so we understand each other on a different level. But just on the football side, he's just a great person. Teaches me a lot. He's very active and hands-on, and just wants to see my game propel to that next level.
How did you guys know that you were both Aries?
Actually, when he was in the process of signing, my birthday was about 10 days before his, and then he got signed like maybe 3 days after. And then it was his birthday, and I was like, "Hey, happy birthday! Like, let's do this, like, from a fellow Aries," and kind of just like clicked off from there. I just seen it on Instagram.
Aren't a bunch of you guys Aries?
Yeah, a lot. Something about him. I mean, it must be a trend.
Do Aries have certain traits that you are observing?
Yeah. I would say I'm not a perfect. What do you call that? What is that stuff? Horoscope.
Yeah.
Horoscopologist. I'll say that. I'm not a perfect astrologist. There we go. But I think there's just some characteristics that we have that just go well with football. Just confidence. Very mellow, but when that time comes, have that spark, that fire, competitive. I think it's not just a coincidence.
It's funny that you say that because I was watching the DB group today, and just on first look, it looked like you guys are having more fun than any other group out there. There was some swag that I didn't see last year. Just that room, and I know you guys have been go-kart racing and doing all that together, but it really seems to be carrying over as a unit. Yeah,
definitely. I mean, just building off of what we had last year, we kind of came together throughout the struggles as well as the success that we had towards the end of the year. And so just carrying on that, bringing in new guys, we're all very welcoming, we're all very friendly, and just understand that it's about competing with one another to make this whole thing a better movement to ultimately reaching the goals we're trying to reach.
It seems like you guys are spending a lot more time off the field together this year than you were last year.
Yeah, that was one thing that Hafley kind of stressed in the offseason is that he wanted to see that pick up. We had a good friendship in the room, but how can we expand on that and make it even more authentic than what it already was? So that's what we're trying to do, is just be around one another, understand each other as people, and then you men well better on the football field.
Is that something that Sherman also brings to the table, where he kind of takes the lead on that stuff? Yeah,
definitely. He's been paying for it every single one, so we'll take that. But just his leadership as well, and going through, I think in Seattle, that's what they had that was so special, with such a close group. And so he comes here and he understands that kind of relationship between players is what builds champions, and that's what we're trying to obtain.
We've seen the dinners and the go-karts. Anything else that you guys have gotten out and done?
Go-kart, dinner, bowling. What was that, 3 weeks? We didn't do anything last week. A lot of people were out of town.
And I imagine with him involved, all you guys involved, it's very competitive. Is that
yeah, absolutely. That's what it's about. We show up and it's just casual until stuff gets cracking, and then money's on the line, and then now it's real serious.
Was it down between you and Richard in the go-kart?
What'd you say?
Was it down between you and Richard? You were two of the top
it
drivers?
was. So I have to get this out there. I actually had a big lead, like probably a 7-second lead, to where I was lapping Trevon Reed, who was in last place. So I'm yelling at Trevon, move, because I see Sherman like slowly catching up. Right. And I was winning for probably 15 of the 18 laps. I see Sherman catching up. Trevon is still like getting in my way. He won't let me pass him. If he would just let me pass him, I would have won. So Sherman comes up, bumps us, we spin out, but like I stayed in second by hitting Trevon again. Like it was crazy, but I was just mad that he got that.
Did you suspect that Trevon and Richard were in cahoots to
Yeah, they had to be. Don't they have Seattle ties?
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, Trevon said he was too prideful, he couldn't let me go. Like I had my mask up, like Trevon, move. Cause I seen Sherman just holding me. But yeah, it was definitely a fun little event.
Was Richard a guy that you looked up to when you were young? Come out?
It's an understatement. Like, it's incredible the way it worked. All I wanted throughout college was to play across from Sherman. He was an idol of mine, and now just seeing him every day, he's just a regular dude. Like, still great, don't get me wrong, but just to have that opportunity to learn from him and pick his brain, that's all I craved. In terms of playing across from him, I just wanted it so that I could understand what he knows and learn the game from how he sees it, to build on the athleticism and what I already bring to the game.
When you say idol, you mean like poster in the room?
No, never a poster. I think that's anti-Aries of me.
Okay.
No
Sorry,
posters. We're very just humble, chill. Very humble, chill, but definitely just looked up to him and the way he approaches the game with a very intellectual passion, and he's not afraid of that part of his game. So I've always respected that.
How has he been? I mean, in terms of those expectations that you have, you talk about idolizing him and then playing with him? Does he meet those expectations in terms of the way you guys communicate about the game?
Absolutely. I mean, I think that's the biggest part that he brings to the game is just understanding the game in a bigger way, larger concepts, seeing more of the game, understanding how offense are trying to attack you, how receivers are trying to attack you, and that's what gives you the edge. I mean, you're guarding somebody most of the time who knows where they're going. So what kind of edge can you get to help eliminate some of those options that they have?
Has Colbert gotten bigger? He looks like he put on some muscle.
I think he actually lost a little bit of fat and then put on a little bit of muscle. So he's kind of the same weight, but he's just in a more lean body frame, if that makes sense.
I don't mean to call you out, but you're rocking a Warriors hat, guy from Sacramento.
Yeah, I'm going to the Warriors game tonight, so you got to give me a pass.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm wearing
Is that cool? Is that kosher? Are you allowed to do that, or like?
Nah, well, when you spend $400 on a ticket, you can really do what you want. So I have to wear a Warriors hat to the game. I'm gonna be a full fan tonight.
Okay.
Yeah.